Hello everybody, it is Ebontis, and in this video I want to talk to you all about Whispers of the Taken. This is your exotic quest, which is going to get you your first of your craftable traits as an alternative to Mulligan, and we've got a couple things to kind of discuss as we go in there. So what you're going to want to do is first, once you go through the mission, and I've got a guide already as a complete walkthrough, normal difficulty, so you can go through the mission. It's 40 minutes long for a timer, and my run through took me about 20 minutes. So running it on normal within the time frame should be doable. If the platforming section really is troubling, practice that a few times until you feel a little comfortable with that one, and then you still should have plenty of time for combat. Once you get through that, you'll get the gun, go back to Eris, and she's going to give you this quest, Whispers of the Taken. First thing you need to do is defeat Taken combatants and collect their Taken essence. This is the simplest thing to do. Literally all you've got to do is go into truly the mission. And what it's going to do is when you go to the Whisper mission and you load in, all you're going to do is you have to kill like the first few enemies, and just all you could literally have to do is reload this thing one more time and you'll be good, because there's 4 in the opening, one guy sitting by the Blight, load it twice, that would be 10. Now, as I'm loading in, we'll talk about the rest. Second thing you're going to need to do is destroy the first set of Taken Blights in the exotic mission on Legend difficulty. Now, Legend may sound scary if you're not quite ready for that. I will be working on a guide for Legend difficulty, so don't worry about that one. But truly, when you walk into the mission, this is like the easiest set of guys to kill. You're wondering, where do I find Taken enemies? They're right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then your last one, if you really want to know, you can kill this guy right up here. And he counts 2. That would be 5. Come back in, and each one of those you kill, it seemed like it was a little broken. Like, so on the right-hand side of my screen, I would get like a little, kind of a little like a placeholder icon, but I would get one that's saying Taken Essence Collected. If it's not giving you 5 for 5, you could go just run a strike with Taken or something like that. Truly something as easy as going to Earth and going to find, what is the strike I'm trying to remember the name of? Lake of Shadows. Start that up, you will get your Taken Essence in no time. That's the simple part. So now let me load this section up right here with Legend difficulty and show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so once you're back in here on Legend difficulty, a couple things I do want to show you. If you ever see these little boxes, they look like the little Vex boxes of the Vex network. They will make platforms in a few places. I don't exactly know if all of them are really useful yet. Like, this one's just an easier way to get over here if it's going to help you make that jump maybe a little faster. Not a bad thing to shoot as you come over here if you just want to have a little extra time, something like that. But when you come in here for this step of the quest, I'm going to put footage on screen because I'm going to show you from a previous run through. The Blights are just these little floating balls, but you have to shoot them with Whisper. If you shoot them with a normal weapon, you're going to notice it doesn't work. So if you pull out Whisper and you go to the Blights, if you go into like the scope and you aim and you hit it, you will easily kill it with one singular shot. So the first one is going to be right in this area, just literally right below this ledge. I'll make sure and put the footage on screen so you guys can see me shooting that. Second one is kind of over where the box was. So the box was kind of over by that tree branch. And if you look over in this area here, you will find it. And I'll put it on screen. Same thing where I shoot. And you should be able to get a pretty good view of it. But yeah, it's in this range. Zoom in and see it. So footage on screen should be showing you where that second one is as well. Just trying to crop that in. Once you have the first 2 oracles, you still do need 1 more. I will show you footage of me shooting it on screen, but easiest thing I can say is come over here to this rock right here, jump up on it, and what you're going to do is travel up the side of the tree. You'll notice there's this branch here. It's kind of angled up towards, I don't know, about 10:30 on a clock, maybe closer to almost 11. And then you got this one, almost facing horizontal. It should be right here. I'll show you guys footage on screen. If it's a little hard to see, again, just try and maybe turn your brightness down a little bit, maybe adjust something like that for the lighting. But again, if you're over here, you should easily be able to see this one right up here. And I'm just going to check the footage on my side. Yeah, it's literally right above it from where I'm sitting. It's right here. And I'll just cut the footage in now so you guys can see exactly where it's at. I'm going to be zooming in and shooting it so you can see it. Once you shoot all 3 of those, your quest should progress to the next step. And that step is to beat Whisper on Legend difficulty. Now, that is going to be a separate video just because Legend difficulty is going to take a little more build specialization, a little more focus to actually knock everything out and just really be timely. One thing I have noticed on Legend difficulty, this is at least when I got to the Ogre section, I ran down to 0 time remaining, but it did not kick me out of the mission, but I did not die while I had 0 timer. So it happened twice. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's supposed to be that way. If it is supposed to be that way, if you get down to 0 timer, it probably is no respawns at that point, which is kind of a nice thing they did. But there's one other thing I want to show you guys while you're in here for week 1 secrets, because we do have some stuff to cover for week 1. And that is going to be related to your kind of triumphs and exotic mission secrets. Now, this is all just like doing it flawlessly, fast, all the other stuff, but you have your oracles. Now, the ones that we can get to this week are Oracle 1, which is going to allow you to get like White Nail 2, like your perk upgrades. And then also you've got Oracle 2, which is going to get you the frame. So when it comes to the frame, this is like blueprint, frame, kind of the same word, but it basically is that little exotic thing that looks like kind of like an architect drawing kind of thing with that little blueprint on it. And what that's going to allow you to do is eventually unlock the ship from this mission. But you can see I've crafted mine and it's currently at White Nail 2. That's because I found the first oracle and it literally popped up like White Nail 2. Now there's some glitch where you can run through with other people that haven't got it yet, maybe get others, but if you do this over the course of 3 weeks, you'll probably be able to get everything fine. Shouldn't be a big worry. Now, again, running the whispers of the whisper exotic quest we're on, that's how you're going to get different traits instead of mulligan. And then destroying the oracles, some of these oracles are where you're going to get White Nail 2. So they're 2 different things, but they're also going to eventually get you the ship, which is just a really cool looking ship. Was before, and then they've kind of upgraded it for this one. Now, the first oracle is probably the easiest thing in the world to get to. It's not hard. Literally get to this point, don't go down there. Turn to the left, and you'll notice there's a ledge right over there. Just jump up over. Just kind of use the shadow to know where you're going to land. And then when you come over here, it's easy to spot because what you can see is my cursor will go red. That's where the oracle would be. Now, you can't shoot it because I already got it. And if you already got one, you can't come in here and get it. But if you come in here with somebody who has not done this part of the mission, in theory, you might be able to get White Nail 3, White Nail 4, and be able to upgrade your stats. But again, the perks are going to take the exotic missions. But this is the first oracle location, and that's the only ones we seem to be able to get to this week. The other one is not that far in, so I'll just show it to you guys. It's really not that far away. See if I can do this without falling while I'm recording. If I do fall, well, forgive me. I am going to switch exotics, though, because I may as well give myself at least a little bit of reasonableness. Now, usually when I go on a Titan, I aim for that. I know some people are going to be eager edge skating and other stuff in here, so more power to you guys, just absolutely crushing it. I waited too long on my glide. Sorry about that. Should go for one more jump. That's usually the one I go to just to skip, and there's people who will do this a lot faster than I do. But I'll leave the death in there. It's not the end of the world. I usually stop it a little farther down just to get the glide over. Kind of slow the momentum. And then catch it here. Alright. It's right after you get through this little section is where the second oracle is. So I may as well just show you the manual run to it. If you use a grapple, you can actually grapple over there pretty easily with just a decent glide, depending on your class and stuff. It's not the easiest thing to do. And again, if you're trying to travel fast, you can do these little like baby hops underneath. It's kind of a risk if you really want to do it, but I've had it work. So I mean, if you do like the tapping of jump, you can cover some ground pretty quick. Just be careful to not do more than 2. And then this last one be pretty speedy on. It's going to be over there on that ledge is where we're going. So for this section, everything wants to push you off the ledge because it is at an angle. So depending on if you are trying to make this a little easier, one thing to know about this, you couldn't clamber onto it before, but I don't know if that's changed. So I usually just try and land up above and get a nice flat landing on it. And the other thing to notice is this thing will poke out and try and like jut you out into Nowheresville. So as it rises, I try and take the momentum and just let my jump carry me over here. So your second oracle is going to be right over here. Truly not hard to get to. So once you jump up to this little next platform, if you look back, you'll see a bit of a kind of break, and you'll see actually a ledge right above you. Not too hard to get into. It's hard to see, But if you haven't been in here before and the Oracle hasn't been shot, it actually should light up pretty bright in here, so it shouldn't be hard to spot. So this is where we are. Now in here, you're going to notice again that we have a normal cursor the whole time you move around, and then when I get right here, this is where the Oracle would be sitting, right in this little region right here. And this is the one that gets you the blueprint. So that would be Oracle number 1 and number 2. And those oracles are going to be what get you white nail, whichever one triggers for you, but you'll probably have to find the other ones to get the rest. And then the blueprint for the ship. So, to sum up in this video, we've done week 1 pretty much everything you can. So you've got Whispers of the Taken part 1, which should get you field prep this week. 2 more quests in the following weeks will get you the 2 other perks. And then for White Nail 3 and White Nail 4, same thing's probably going to happen with the oracles, kind of time gated. And then once you have the 6 of the 7 oracles, if it's going to be similar to what they did previously for the ship before, Oracle 7 is probably going to be through the portal that's in a secret path in a different way. I'll show you guys that later in the video. But that's pretty much every secret we've got for Whisper of the Worm week 1 right now. And if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe. Drop a comment if I may have missed anything, but other than that, come back next week and we'll have more Whisper secrets, and also pretty much as soon as I can put together a very smooth video for all of you for Legend difficulty so you can actually finish this quest, I will get that up as well. So stay tuned for the Legend difficulty video. That one will be next. Thank you guys, and I will see you soon.